All right, so today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 things that we do as a family of 5 that cuts costs and leads to us living a frugal, simple life. So the first thing is, and I'm going to share with you guys a 2-week grocery haul. So we typically do our grocery hauls either 1 to 2 weeks, and it kind of depends on where our budget is at and what kind of the deals are. And as the kids are getting older, they're eating a little bit more. So we've been like bulk purchasing some items. Some things are cost effective to bulk purchase and some things are not. So we've tried to figure out which grocery store is actually the most cost effective with the type of food that the kids actually like. And this week we chose to shop at Walmart for most of our grocery. And then we had already had some frozen meats that we're gonna use. So I'm gonna share with you guys now our grocery haul for 2 weeks from Walmart. This will probably also get us into the 3rd week with some of the staples that I purchased. But as a general like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this is the haul. All right, we're gonna do a grocery haul, old school. This is for 2 weeks from Walmart. We already have meats for some of the meals. And then we are gonna get some more meats from Costco and Aldi. All right, so I'm gonna start with the frozen. We've got 3 bags of the broccoli florets, frozen bananas, frozen blueberries. I don't know, this is like an impulse buy for fun. And then we have a birthday this weekend. And then I got some brownie mix because we always love to have that on hand. And then I got some fixings. And then some cheese. We got white American singles, Colby Jack shredded, mild mozzarella, gold potatoes, some enchilada sauce, some log cabin syrup. We've got beef broths, and then we have some cream of chicken, some fun maraschino cherries, brown gravy mix. Then we have olive oil and nonstick spray, and then some onion packets, rice-a-ronies, and then Worcestershire sauce, some minced garlic, some lemon pepper, some cream cheese, some butter, some bacon, oatmeal cookie oat. This is my favorite. Lactate, if you know, you know. And then we got Tostitos. The kids just love Tostitos. And then we got regular chips, some Great Value barbecue, cheddar and sour cream, maple and brown sugar, instant oatmeal, cinnamon rolls, tomatoes, onion, squash, zucchini, butter lettuce, mini cucumbers, 2 things of egg noodles, a big old thing of stir fry, it's my favorite, a bag of avocados, crispy fast food fries, these were on sale, butternut squash, then we got some celery and some carrots. That's not all. All right, in the beverage area, we've got 2 apple juices, Polar seltzers, some Sprite Zero, some chips, and this is actually a boo-boo on their part. I got liquid detergent. This was not it, but that's fine. We'll just replace it or, just keep it. Why not? Then, last but certainly not least, we have a melon, strawberries, blueberries, some flour tortillas, potato rolls for hamburgers, some bread. This was just on sale. I really prefer the Pepperidge Farms, but that's just what they had. And then we got cage-free eggs. I got 2 18 packs. And then I got these guys. Polly just loves the vanilla ones. And then some plain bagels. So for all of this, for a 2-week grocery haul, it was $281.73, and that will feed us breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, we already had some of the meats, and then we are gonna pick those up elsewhere because there's some deals that we're gonna cash in on. All right, so this is a before and I'll show you the after. So another thing that I do is I kind of cook similar dishes each week so that the ingredients aren't completely different. I like to always have like a taco night or a Mexican night, and then we'll have like an Italian night, and then, oh my gosh, it is bike week, so there are like motorbikes driving by. I try to keep staple meals that vary a little bit, but that the ingredients are similar so that I'm not purchasing multiple different ingredients each and every week. So this week I'm going to share with you guys how we make our tacos. It's super simple and easy, so here we go. So while the meat is cooking up, I start to prep the toppings. Right here I am cutting up and shredding up some butter lettuce. Once that is done, I'm going to move on to dicing up a ripe tomato. And I just dice these up so that I can just crumble them on top of the tacos. Then I start to dice up some of the avocado. Some of my kids like it diced up, and then I enjoy having it as like guacamole. So I'm just dicing up a little bit of the avocado, and then I'm going to use the rest for a homemade guacamole. So my guacamole is very simple. I keep it pretty easy. We just add some olive oil, and then I use some onion powder and garlic powder, and then some salt and pepper to taste. Then I just mash that up until it is a consistency that we really enjoy, which is, you know, not too chunky, but not too pureed. All right, so I'm gonna start heating up some oil, and then this is our meat. I did lean ground meat. I added in some salt, pepper, and some salsa for some taste. That's about all I do for the meat. All right, so we use corn tortillas, or you can use flour tortillas. I'm using flour tortillas here, and I cook them in the oil, and then I put them on a paper towel, and then I serve them up with the meat, and then I layer it with the toppings. We usually put the toppings on the table so that you can kind of make your own, and voila, so delicious. Your little friend, Goldie. Okay, so then second thing, the cooking was a little bit of an extra with the grocery haul. But the second thing that we do is I clean our whole house every week. We don't have a cleaning person that comes in to help or do any of the cleaning in our house. It's a big budget sucker if you do have someone that comes in and cleans your house. I have been in seasons of life where I've needed that, and it has been worth it. Currently, we're needing those funds in other areas of our budget, so it's just not one of those things that we really can do right now. Of course, you can always prioritize that and make it happen, but for me, I really enjoy cleaning the house, and there's a certain routine that I have like fixed and figured out. So it's not overwhelming for me to clean the house and keep it up. The third thing that we do is we try to tackle every project that we can in our house and to maintain our house ourselves. So for instance, this week I'm going to be sharing with you guys ways in the outside of our house that we maintain and keep our house looking pretty fresh, and also, you know, working because we live in Florida and there's a lot of drainage issues where we live. We live beachside. So we have been working for the last 6 months plus on a drainage system that works, and it has been a process. But we have had to budget out every couple months to do this project. It's cost a lot of money and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And so we are at now, it's functioning, it works great, but now we're trying to make it pretty because we've just dug up a lot of our area around our house and all that. So this week we budgeted to purchase some landscaping plants and items to make it look nice and finish it out because we know it's working correctly now. Okay, so we spent the morning at Lowe's and I got these. These work so well in our front yard. I don't know. It's like, it's been so difficult, but they're pollinator friendly, which I love. And they kind of grow out, so you can see them over here. Those are only 2 of them there. And look at how they bush out. So I'm gonna put these here, and then I'm gonna add some topsoil to some of my pots. And then I've got these that I'm gonna pot as well. So I bought this one and I bought this one. I originally had different plans for this one, but the pot that I thought about was just too small. So I gotta get another one of these smaller ones for that pot. But I'll show you where those end up. So I'm gonna spend the next bit of time just doing this while the kids are having some quiet time. And I'm going to cut back some of this. And then while I'm doing that, Sean is going to be working on, so back here we're doing a drainage, as you can see. Done all the drainage, but we need to make it pretty now. So we bought some plants. We're just, this week, this is what you have to do when you're on a budget. You have to budget it all out. So this week we budgeted this portion to landscape and get it look nice. And the next weekend we'll do a little bit more over there. We have plans to paint, but that's obviously not happening because of this fall and winter we had to budget for the drainage system. Okay, so this is a perfect representation of how, you know, when you own a home and even when you rent, I mean, when we've rented homes, I always like to make it our own, and I would do little things around it to make it feel like ours and take care of it really well. But, you know, we own this home, so we're obviously going to put some sweat equity into it. And so I really try at least monthly to get out in the yard and do some weeding and pruning and try to figure out, you know, which plants are working, which flowers are working. And it's been a process because all areas of our house have different type of, you know, sunlight and shading. All right, all done with this. Cleaned it out, put these guys in, put some of the potting soil with Miracle-Gro. Looking good. I've got to get some more black mulch, but I'm gonna hold off till we have one rain and then I'll top it with that. Okay, now to move on to potting those plants. So as you can see here, I have this little succulent pot. It's just flourished over the winter and fall. So I'm gonna take these little babies and I'm gonna repot them into here so that they get a little bit more attention. So. I use the existing soil, but I kind of take off the top bit that is a little bit dry, and I kind of course it. So as I mentioned before, I really like to propagate and try my hand at creating our own plants and flowers based from, you know, the ones that existed before them. So I love this succulent garden. This process has been very, very effective. I also have propagated so much aloe from a potted plant aloe, and I have those all throughout our property. And then here, I mean, it's just unreal to me how much succulents can kind of go through and they still last. I found that the key is to have them in spaces where it's not overly sunny, obviously, very shaded, but, you know, kind of indirect sunlight. And then I always add some of this topsoil with kind of the plant food in it, the Miracle Grow, at the top of it whenever I clean it out. Okay, so clean this all up and added a bit of topsoil to here, and then this is my Easter lily. Oh, she's coming in so pretty. My mom got me this. She got me one 2 or 3 years ago, and I swear I just cut, you know, I take it off when it's done. I enjoy it, and then I just leave, you know, you just kind of snip it, and you leave it, and it comes back every year. Okay, all done with that. All right, I am weeding all this. This is the first drainage hole. What do you call it? Drainage hole? Just cleaned it out, put landscaping net, and then cut that to the spot, and then filled it with drainage rocks. And then now we're gonna take out all this crap and then put that crap in there. Ooh, look at that. So doing these kind of projects are always funny to me because it's like, you know, you do all this work and then the next day it torrential downpoured. I mean, we knew it was gonna rain, but holy moly, it was wild. All right, cleared all that out. I am happy to report that with the drainage system and these plants and all of the things, the torrential downpour did not wash everything out. So now we'll add some mulch next week. All right, so those are 3 ways that we cut costs around in our budget and really try to live pretty frugally. It's so much easier to hire someone to come and do it. It probably would take a lot less time. It definitely is a time sucker when you are trying to learn the things that you're doing, but also do them yourselves with 3 kids, with 2 jobs. You know, it's a lot, but you know, it also has helped us grow in what we know now and the things that we can accomplish in our house, which feels kind of cool. It's fun for me and Sean too. Like, it's fun, like little projects that we can do together and then kind of watch it all come together. It looks really nice. And you know, keeping up a house and keeping a house rolling is really hard, and it's hard work, and it takes a lot of diligence. And you know, it's not easy, you know, and yes, it would be easier if we could just call someone to come and do the things and all of that. But it also feels really nice when we're able to see our finished product and know that we did it ourselves. It also is just nice when we're able to feed our whole family for the whole week for an amount that was, you know, within our budget. You know, it's kind of like a fun little thing for me, like how much can I get for a certain amount, and then what can I make with all that I have. One of my favorite things is at the end of all of that, like the last bitter end of the big haul, is to figure out like what I can actually cook with what's left before we do the big haul again. So that was kind of our week. Last week was kind of like scrounging and pantry cooking the things that we had left over. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't think they can see your thumb. There's, see? Like. Leave a comment below. What do you guys do to live frugally and simply? And yeah, see you next time. Love your faces.